Hello my gaming family and welcome to another video. As you all probably know and you could notice so far, I'm a big fan of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and because of that I'm always in search for games that in some ways reminds of Zelda. That similarity can be graphically, it may have some similar mechanics, or it's in some ways just reminds me on it, or it's just inspired by Zelda. On this year's E3, Nintendo showed us new trailer for Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, but the release date is still unknown. While we wait for the sequel to this fantastic game, here are a few interesting Zelda-like games that you can play while you wait for Breath of the Wild 2. But before we continue, I want to remind you that smashing that subscribe button is free and it will take a moment of your time, but it will be very helpful. Also, I want to take another moment to mention the sponsors of today's video. DLCompare is probably the best gamers price comparison tool out there. This website will actually allow you to find the game you want to play at the best possible price. So, how it works? All you have to do is to go on their website, in search section, write the name of game you want and let their price comparison tool find you the best possible price on the internet. Yup, it's that simple guys. So, if you want to buy some games, my advice is to check DLCompare before you buy anything and see why they are the best at their job so far. So, first game on this list is Ganshin Impact. Ganshin Impact is an open world action RPG. It is really amazing how this game became so popular worldwide in a really short period. The development of Genshin Impact started in 2017 and the game was released in September 2020 for PC, PS4, Android and iOS, and in April this year for PS5. When I heard about this game and saw some footage back in the days before the release, my thoughts were that the game looks good and promising, but nothing that special. But with great commercial campaign and also with great features in the game, the development managed to generate more than $800 million and Genshin Impact became world's third best-selling mobile game. So when it comes to the story, Genshin Impact takes place in the world of Teyvat. A pair of twins who travel across the stars and visit different worlds arrive in Teyvat, but in that moment the unknown gods separate them by stealing one sibling. You as a player need to choose one of the siblings as your character, male or female, and the other one became captured. After some time passes, your character reawakens and joins a fairy-like creature named Paimon on a journey to find the lost twin. When it comes to the story, it seems that it's far from over. The world of Teyvat is home for 7 nations, and so far the developers introduced us to only 2. Because of the nature of the game, though, it may be years before players know the full story. Graphically, this game looks really nice. I will probably say that for most of the JRPGs and most of the games that reminds me of Zelda, but this one is really nice. The look of the world, characters, armors and weapons, plus to all that the animations, everything is, I will not say perfect, but really well done. When it comes to combat, the player's party consists of up to 4 characters at a time, and each character has a specific weapon type and element. There are 5 weapon types in Genshin Impact, and each of the 5 weapon types have their own characteristics. If you are a fan of Zelda and Zelda-like games, this one will definitely get your attention. Also, if you don't have time to stay at home and play it on your PC or console, the mobile version will do the job too. Genshin Impact is free to play, so you can get it right now and enjoy and explore the beautiful world of Teyvat. The second game on this list is not a single game, but a series of JRPGs called Ys. In one of my previous videos, I have been talking about last installment in this series called Ys 9 Monstrum Nox, and I will say this simply, if you are a fan of Zelda, you will like Ys games definitely. The first game in Ys series came out back in 1997. To be honest with you guys, I only played last 2 installments, but even that is enough to see how good these games actually are. So, when it comes to the story, Ys 9 Monstrum Nox takes place in the city of Baldak. The main character, Adol Christine, is cursed by a mysterious woman and became a monstrum, a powerful being who can exorcise monsters. To escape from the city of Baldak, he must ally with 5 other monstrums, each with their own unique gifts, and stop the Grimwall Nox. To be honest, the story is okay, nothing special, but it will keep your attention. Besides story, the other segments of the game are pretty good actually. Graphically, this game looks pretty good, authentic look, nice colors, and the look of the characters and NPCs in this game have a lot of similarities with Genshin Impact 2. When I mention character, same like in Genshin, this game will allow you to lead multiple characters in group, all with their unique weapons, playstyles and abilities, and you'll be able to switch between them in any moment with single press of a button. Switching between characters is really simple and really smooth. The two most interesting segments in this game are the exploring and combat. When it comes to exploring, it can be really interesting. Flying ability, wall running and double jumping will help you enjoy exploring much more. The combat is maybe the strongest segment in all these games. Except unique multiple characters and switching between them in any moment of the game, the combat in this game looks absolutely amazing. The animations are great, it's fast, the enemy variety and interesting bosses will fulfill the experience during fights. I will not go in depth about this game. In case you're interested, you can check my previous video about TS9 Monster Nox and see why I really like this game. And the last game on this short list of Zelda-like games is one of my most anticipated games from last year. Immortals Phoenix Rising is an open-world action-adventure game set in a world of Greek mythology. The game was first announced back in 2017 as Gods and Monsters, and after the announcement trailer there has been complete silence until few months before the release, when they showed new game name and completely different look. As I mentioned, the game is set in a world of Greek mythology and it will take you to Isles of Blast. The main protagonist Phoenix is set on a quest to help Greek gods in their fight against mythical creature called Typhon. The story in this game is really great and it will hold your attention definitely. The team that stands behind this title is Ubisoft Quebec, team that stands behind Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and they did a really great job. The game is heavily inspired by Zelda Breath of the Wild and you can see that in many segments. Graphically this game looks like a mix of Assassin's Creed and Zelda, and that combination in my opinion looks really interesting and nice. Character and NPCs looks pretty good and the enemy variety is great in this game, so you will be able to meet tons of mythical creatures during your playthrough. When it comes to exploration, Ubisoft Quebec did a great job in this game. Climbing, flying and tons of different mounts will make exploration really enjoyable. On the other side, the game is stamina based, so you must take care of your stamina all the time. When I mention mounts, the game is full of interesting mounts that you will be able to search for and to tame. Also, the world in this game is really beautiful and the exploring will be really enjoyable. Plus to all that, the Isles of Blast is full of dungeons and puzzles that will test your skills and will reward you at the end. When it comes to combat, in that segment you will find Immortals Phoenix Rising much similar to Assassin's Creed than Zelda, but that doesn't mean it's bad. As I mentioned, the game is stamina based, so the combat is too as well. Also, while you progress throughout the game, you will gain godly abilities that will help you in combat and they look absolutely amazing. One more thing related to the story. Actually, the story has been spoken by Zeus and Prometheus, and that conversation is really funny and it will make you laugh from time to time. Immortals Phoenix Rising have 3 DLCs, a new god, Myths of Eastern Realm and the Lost Gods, so if you find yourself enjoying with the base game, you will have a chance to expand your experience with 3 more DLCs. Okay, the 2 first games are classic example of JRPGs, games with tons of similarities with each other and with Zelda Breath of the Wild, and last one is the game that has been heavily inspired by Zelda. All 3 games will bring you quality spent time, and while we wait for the sequel to Zelda Breath of the Wild, besides replaying the first game, we can now play these awesome looking Zelda-like games. And that will be it for this video fam, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then like would be super appreciated so this video can reach more people. I am currently working on a video with some interesting upcoming Zelda-like games, so if you're interested in that one, make sure you smash that subscribe button and don't forget to press that bell icon so you don't miss the upcoming videos. You can also find me on social networks, and in case you want to support this channel in the long run, consider becoming a Patreon, if you like of course. All the links are in the description. And as always fam, until next time, see ya and stay cool.